Oh, hey chat. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, hi, hey. You already read the title of the video. You know what we're getting into. SH Figuarts hot takes. Now, these takes will not only be my own, but I've also had some help from the members of the official Zan Gaming 26 Discord server. Now, you may be like, oh, what? That sounds so awesome. A Zan Gaming Discord server where I could talk about SH Figuarts and post pictures of my posing and show other people and talk about it. That sounds great. Well, it is great. And it's as easy as clicking the link in the description. Now, the first few will be from me. And then after we're done with my hot takes, we'll move on to some suggestions from the Discord server. So now, let's get into it. Number 1. I don't like soft goods. You already hate me by now. You might. That's a crazy one to start off with. But genuinely, I think that at least on 1/12 scale figures, which is what the SH Figuarts line is in, soft goods do not look good. Sticking with official releases, for something like Sage Mode Naruto, or even Pain, the soft cape is really a much better option than a whole plastic cape, right? Aesthetically, when you have these figures stood still, I think the soft goods look really bad. They always either look bunched up or like way too big for the figure. It's like Naruto got his cape in the wrong size on accident. And that's not to say that all soft good is bad either, because with applications like Gohan or Daima Piccolo's cape, the soft goods is actually preferred. And that's only because of the hard plastic piece. If that was not there and the whole cape was soft goods, I don't think I would like it very much. Because with soft goods, especially at this small size for these figures, I feel it's very hard to get the sizing right. And I think most of the time it just looks stupid. Anytime I see any custom soft good capes, complete soft good capes for a Piccolo, I think they look ridiculous. I think they really do look bad. The ones you get on eBay for like 12 bucks. I mean, obviously because it's mostly a DIY project, it won't look perfect, but even cases from official figures or other third-party figures, it just don't look correct to me. And soft goods are at their absolute worst when they replace clothing. With capes, okay, I can let it slide. But with just normal ass clothing, we have a problem, because at that point you are covering up all of the joints on the figure. And some people might be like, oh, that's a good thing, but I feel like the whole point of having an articulated figure like this is because of the joints and articulation. If I can't see the joints, how am I supposed to know the limits of the articulation? How am I supposed to know what I'm doing won't break the figure? And also, it just removes the charm, I guess. I think it would lose its charm if I could not see the joints. Obviously, I'm not advocating for like, oh, super visible joints or anything. It's just that to not be able to see them at all, it looks really funny. So yeah, just in general, I am not a fan of soft goods, and I don't think it's the preferred method. Like, the day that anyone tries to put a soft goods gi on Goku, I'm out, bro. Don't even get me anywhere near that. I like the Diddy oil. Now, a big complaint that I saw a lot with the 2024 San Diego Comic-Con exclusives is the fact that almost all of the releases except Goku have a metallic, oiled up appearance on them. And at first, I was in the same boat. I was like, I don't really like how this looks at all. Like I said, it's oiled up. I'm not a fan of it. But honestly, after time, I've come to really like them, especially on Full Power Jiren and the NYCC Vegeta. For Full Power Jiren, I feel like he blows the original Full Power Jiren out of the water. Just the look of the complete full white just doesn't look right to me on the original Full Power release. But the oiled up version for Full Power Jiren for 2024 looks way better in comparison. Just the shade of his skin tone, his clothing, I think it does really well at replicating that particular moment. And one that I thought I really didn't like was San Diego Comic-Con Trunks, but I'll give you a really good tip. If you put these figures in a scene where you have a great lighting, it'll be the best looking figures you've ever seen in your life. I'll put a picture on screen of a photo I took unboxing Trunks at a cafe, and the lighting they had just fit Trunks so well. He looked so premium with it on. That unlocked something in me. Like, that sounds crazy to say, but it really made me feel like a kid again almost, to see it look so vibrant and new in that lighting. Demoniacal fit, martialist forever Goku. His faces and head sculpt look terrible. Yeah, no, this one gets to me, okay? The faces on martialist forever Goku just do not look like Goku. They look like a skinwalker possessed Goku and took his flesh but wasn't able to replicate it perfectly. And I see a lot of people say, this is the best base Goku head sculpt. They blew Tamashii out of the water. There's no better base Goku than this. And I am appalled because they show me that smiling face and I'm like, you think that's Goku? Honestly, you think this is what Goku looks like? Okay. I don't think we watched the same show or read the same manga. And that's not to say that Tamashi's base Gokus are great anyway. I still think their best base Goku was the 1.0 iteration they had. And the upcoming Daima release looks really good as well. But Demoniacal Fit Goku just does not look like him. And it's so weird because with Taunts and Vegeta, I could point to why, right? With this one, I really can't. I can only say that it looks off to me. And if you compare it to any still from the anime or any manga panel, you will see how different it is. And I will say it right now, I honestly kind of get pissed off when I see someone with a demoniacal fit Goku and they still got that shitty head sculpt on, and I'm like, you could do so much better. I'm looking forward to the Daima releases, and I hope all the prototypes are released. This one's kind of self-explanatory. The Daima line has gotten a lot of flack, and it's because they're not doing the best with the releases, right? They are months apart, and the first few releases are very boring. So far, the only Daima release that I have is the Mini Goku. But other releases that they showed off, the prototypes, Tamagami 1, Majin Ku, Majin Do, Supreme Kai /Shin /Nahare, looks really great too. Hell, even Glorio. I'm definitely not gonna get Pansy and might not get Glorio, but they still look okay, right? And hell, even Full Power Goma, or whatever he's called, Third Eye Goma. And I'm not too mad at Daima taking up the year of 2025 for those reasons, is because I want these figures. And we haven't even gotten to the best parts of the Daima releases, because they haven't announced Adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta or Adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku, which we will definitely get. I imagine they won't announce those figures until the mini versions are off sale. Lois Born saying Goku looks awesome. SH Figuarts, the Lois Born saying Goku, has been kind of controversial release. I say that because when he was first unveiled, a lot of people complained about how he is still a 2.0 figure, and it was actually the main reason I made my video about 3.0 figures. But I don't think people understand how good of a release this is. Not only does it show that Tamashii is willing to give us multiple head sculpts and $35 figure budget releases, but also the art style on the faces look great. I just mentioned how Demoniacal fits Goku, their faces just did not look right to me. But these faces, I want to say perfect. They capture the look of the Saiyan saga so well. And that is something that Tamashii has been really good at doing recently. I mentioned the old Battle Clothes Vegeta earlier. He looks great. They're taking these designs from specific moments in this series. And because you have a specific moment to hold on in, you can get as accurate as possible. With normal reference sheets, you try to, I guess, mix all art styles into one. Correct? So obviously with that mix of so many different appearances, something's gonna look off. That's why I really don't like the 2.0 era of faces, because something about them just, they don't have character. But these recent releases, even the new Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, which took inspiration from Yuya Takahashi's take on the character, they look way better. And this figure is helping set that precedent to having way better head sculpts on our figures, to be as accurate as can be. Now imagine they do this again with another Namek Saga Goku, a la Saiyan Raised on Earth. Like, imagine a Goku figure that perfectly re-encapsulates Masaki Sato's design for Goku. Beautiful. It would be so beautiful. And not even just from anime designers, also just taking things from Toriyama himself. And hell, even Dragon Ball Super with Toyotarou. We got a glimpse of that, and I wouldn't complain if we got more of that. And hell, if you're in the third party scene, you're already paying $35 for head sculpts only anyway. So what's the big deal if you just have another throwaway figure as long as you get these great head sculpts? Last but not least, fuck PHONK. I'm telling you, if I see one more person post their figures fighting or posing or whatever to some fucking PHONK music, oh my god, I'm gonna lose my mind. Where is the originality? Where is it? I see every single fucking person on planet Earth post their goddamn figures to some fucking PHONK. You don't understand how crazy it is scrolling on Instagram. I'm scrolling, right? I'm looking, I'm like, ooh, figures, boom. I got my audio on. I got fucking just a cacophony of sounds in my ear. And it's like, I don't know how we got here. Is this the TikTok effect? Who is listening to this unironically? I'm so serious. You guys got the same two instruments, the same two drums, just playing over and over again with some Mexican kids saying whatever the fuck in my ear over and over again. And you put your cool ass fight scenes to this? Hello? It's not even just because it's PHONK. It's because you people use the same fucking songs over and over again. If I see that Oxeric dude one more time, I'm going to lose it. I'm so serious. It's specifically this one song, Oxeric Aura. Shit is called Aura. Are you fucking kidding me? Trying to tell me you got Aura and you put this song in the background? Fucking slapping you, dog. People really think they Piccolo with this Aura shit. Whole time they're a farmer with a shotgun. Now, that ends my portion of the video. So now, we're going to take suggestions from the Zan Gaming Discord. Yay! Wow! Woo! Can we get some effects? Like a psh, like a psh, psh, psh. First, we have from Fantastic. Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku is a bad looking figure. I think it's alright. It's not horrible and it's not the greatest either. I'm pretty sure it's the first 2.0 base Goku. So the faces are obviously not the quality that we have now. And like I said, the 2.0 era is where they didn't really have specific art styles in mind, I'd say. It was really basic and generic. But yes, I do agree that the faces do not look the best. Other than that, the body, I still really like the body and the colors on the body. It may not be super accurate to the Namek Saga, which is where it's supposed to be from, but I do like the body. But I will say I do prefer them over Demoniacal Fit, and especially the smiling face looks way better on SRE Goku. Next, we have A that says, Kong Studios Vegeta fucking sucks ass. Now, me personally, I don't have the figure, so I can't say too much on it, but from what I've seen, there's been more complaints than praise on it. Honestly, I do not like how Beast Deity's head sculpts look at all, really. But yeah, I heard the ab crunch is almost non-existent on that figure. And the main drive of a 3.0 figure, I would say at least, is the fact that it has a better ab crunch and the figure is much more posable. So for you to tease a release being like, oh, this is the first ever 3.0 Vegeta, and you have it so that the engineering is just as bad, if not worse, than a 2.0, it's not a good look. And also, I've seen plenty of people's copies breaking on them. And one I'll combine with this one from Zenith says that anything under the Kong Studios release name is absolute dog shit, including Ultra Ego Vegeta SSJ3 Goku. For Ultra Ego Vegeta, I definitely agree. The face sculpts are really bad. They got rid of all the character that Ultra Ego has in the manga. Ultra Ego's expressions are so amazing in the manga, and Toyotarou did a great job with them. And how they were adapted in figure form by Kong Studios looked really bad. Recently, there's been a lot of people recreating the new manga volume chapter with that Vegeta head sculpt and figure, and I will say that it sticks out like a sore thumb. It's really bad looking. Super Saiyan 3, I don't care. Next, we have from DS, an interesting one. Toyotarou Ultra Instinct Goku is kinda ugly. Not saying MUI, that's stupid. I'll talk about that in another video. I sort of agree. Like I mentioned earlier, I do like the fact that they tried to take from Toyotarou, but it does not look like Toyotarou's rendition of Ultra Instinct. At least not the appearance that I've seen personally. in the Moro arc and Granola arcs, because those are the only manga arcs that I've fully read. And it's definitely not accurate. And I think it could be done way much better. And looking at it, this is also another thing where I can't really point to why it looks off to me. I think the face might be too big. I think that could be an issue. But also it's something with the print as well. There's just something off about it. But like I said, I am in support of more figures being done like this in the future. And I do prefer Ultra Instinct Toyotarou over the normal Ultra Instinct release. And here we have one from Saga. A lot of the appeal of third-party figures is lost when they're as or more expensive than their first-party alternatives. The issue is only compounded when a third-party release is limited and pushed to scalper prices only a few weeks into release. 100% agree. I think that people really push for third parties just to be in opposition of Tamashii, and I think that's a really bad thing. Because if you're letting these third-party companies slide, saying that you can charge us whatever the hell you want just because you're not Tamashii Nations, that is a bad precedent to set, because then we'll end up just getting shite, actual garbage. And obviously, this has been blown up out of proportion with the release of Beast Deities Broly. Which, speaking of, from the Honored One, Beast Deities Broly is overrated. Yeah, the body sculpt and head sculpt are nice, but the limited articulation on the figure and way too big scale do not make this fig worth the price from the aftermarket. And that the SH Figuarts Z Broly is a much better figure. I agree to this as well. Beast Deities Broly is way too tall, and I would not mind that if the sculpt still made sense. But Broly's torso region is way too long. Compare Broly to SH Figuarts Broly. It's obviously not perfect, but the torso being as long as it is on Beast Deities just does not look right for a character like Broly. Broly is supposed to be, well, brolic, right? All of that muscle. He wouldn't be that lanky. That does not make sense. Next, from Chimkin. Tamashii needs to stop making figures of random ass characters and make the ones we haven't gotten yet, like Supreme Kai for example. Yeah, to a certain extent. The fact that we're getting every character from the Namek saga is really cool, but it also begs the question, are we going to get this treatment for every other saga? Are we going to get every character from the Cell saga, like Goku and Gohan in their resting outfits, or Android 18 in her alternate outfits? And if we don't get those figures, it feels unfair because Namek got so much love. Namek has 2 different Vegetas, 2 Zarbons, and 5 Friezas. So that's my only concern with something like that. And I feel like for the next year or so, maybe even few years, it would be really great to get the integral important characters out there, like more Z movie villains or updated main characters. It doesn't make sense not to have characters like Buhan or Boo-Tanks, who are important players in the Boo saga. Now, I put these two together because I don't have much personal experience with these lines, but from Ranger we have the Bleach line is peak and the single jointed legs are not an issue. And from the last chicken nugget we have SH Figuarts Onigashima Luffy is a good figure. Now, me personally, I have a Luffy figure, I do. It is the Romance Dawn version. And I picked that one up simply because I prefer the design of Romance Dawn Luffy over Onigashima Luffy. In the Bleach line, the big complaint is the design of the legs, which look very static. Now, the single jointed legs on the Bleach line, that is an issue that that is the issue that I'm more interested in. Because a complaint with the adult Daima figures, at least for Daima Goku, is that it looks like he has single jointed legs as well, while past iterations of Goku have had double jointed legs. But honestly, the joint type only really matters when it comes to articulation. Are you getting that same amount of articulation from the joints? If you put a double joint instead of a single joint, but get the same amount of articulation, what's the point of having that double joint? Just put the single joint in. So that's something I'd like to look into, and I really want to get into other lines of SH Figuarts, but I feel like I want to get more deep into the Dragon Ball line before I really go crazy on any other lines. But yeah, that has been it. That would be all. I feel like this is going to be a really long video. My recording says 40 minutes, but I'll try to shorten it down as much as I can. But yeah, that has been Zan Gaming 26's SH Figuarts Hot Takes, as well as the help from the Zan Gaming Discord. Again, if you want to join, it's a great space to talk about SH Figuarts and third parties and all that type of stuff. It is in the description below, and everyone is welcome to join. And yeah, that's about it. And I'll see you later.